Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Griffin Pendant. This is the Griffin Starburst Pendant, 1590, beautiful fixture. A lot of details. Let's dive in, okay? So let's talk about the size of the fixture body itself. That's going to be independent of what it's hanging from, which are these telescoping rods. So the body of the fixture is 33.5 inches tall, 39.2 inches wide, and then 38.8 inches in depth. It's a very good sized fixture. What it's hanging from is Hubbardton Forge's patented telescoping rod system. So you have this smaller rod telescoping into a bigger rod. Where they come together is called a clutch. And right here on the side, you can barely see there's a little tiny set screw, a hex nut. So this is going to be able to go up and down during installation. You'll get it where you want it to be. When you're done and you have it exactly where you want it to be, you're going to be tightening that little screw with a little tiny wrench. It's going to lock that into place so it's not going to go up and down. And Hubbardton Forge has a patent on this for the entire lighting industry. That's why part of the reason they're so successful. So when we talk about this and the fixture below, the body of the fixture all together, now we're talking about overall height. So let's talk about that. And that's going to be the measured distance from the bottom of the fixture directly to the ceiling itself. So we're not going to be talking about parts right now. So you'll notice on the pull down menu you have some options there. You have 3 different adjustable ranges to play with. And they are: the short is 36.9 to 47.6. Standard is 45.9 to 56.6, and then after that you have a long, and the long is going to be 56.4 to 67.1. If you need this to be shorter than the short or longer than the long, drop me an email and say, I'm looking at the 1590 and I need it to be X. I need it to be this long from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. And give me a solid number. So say longer than the long is 67, so let's say you said 74. I'm going to take your email, I'm going to take it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back most likely with a range, and that range is going to encompass your whatever number you guys gave me. And it'll give you some wiggle room going up and down most likely. So that's how we do that. Adds a little time and money, but we do it every single day. So, okay, moving on from there. Canopy on the ceiling is going to be a 5-inch round canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have up on your ceiling. And this is only 21 pounds, so it can just hang from this without any problem. You don't need any additional restrictions on weight. On the top of this, where these guys come together, there's a knuckle right here. And that knuckle is going to allow this to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. So check that out. So here's your slope, and you guys are good to go there. Again, this is because it's so big, this is going to be shipping on a pallet, on a truck. When we do those kind of things, they're non-returnable, so we need to get all of our details all set for this kind of thing. Okay? So moving on from there, let's talk about, well, if you want to see more information about the canopy, how it goes on here, or how this all goes together, how you can do that is you can look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on this side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So check that out for me. Open it up. It's going to show you a lot of good detailed drawings about how the whole thing goes together. And it's super easy, but it shows you some detailed drawings about how this all looks too on the inside that you're not going to be able to see in just photographs. Okay? So Hubbardton says this is going to be using, how many of these? There are, it's a G9. G9 25 watt. Okay, so it's going to say that it's a G9 halogen fixture. Not quite accurate. So it's going to be shipping with 25, I think they're 25 watts, right? Yeah, 25 watt G9 bulbs. And those bulbs are actually going to be inside of this little tiny capsule, flat capsule diffuser, right? So you're not going to see the glare of the bulbs inside the glass. And you can use the halogens. I would in the very beginning. Use the halogens, put them on a dimmer, it's going to be fine. They're going to be beautiful. And you know, halogens don't use that much electricity, and they dim down really beautifully. Down the road, if you guys want to do LEDs, you're just going to have to make sure that you buy an LED that is short enough that it's going to be able to fit inside of the capsule, and that's going to be really important. So you can play around with LEDs all you like. It's a G9 LED. You can go online on any of the Amazon sites or whatever, put in G9 LED, and you can play around and just kind of look and see what's available in different color temperatures. Like, you know, the warm whites are the 3000s. The cooler whites are going to be the 4000, 5000, 6000. That's going to be that blue daylight. It's really up to you how you guys all do that. So In addition to that, let's talk about the glass on this. I think the glass on this is super. So it's a hand-blown glass. Hubbardton Forge only uses beautiful hand-blown glass. It's got this cool little dimple in the side of it. It's called a thumbprint. And what they do is they blow a piece of glass, and then they basically do. They just kind of like, they push something in to make a little dimple in there. And I just think that it adds a cute little look to that glass. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you are coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.